I got it. What is going on, everyone? And welcome to Kart 6T3. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel and viewing this here video and all the other videos if you've been here before. If you would be so kind and hit a like on this video, that super helps my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you didn't mind subscribing to the channel, that would be super cool as well. I did not race last night, going to race tonight, do a little testing. I changed over chassis, scythe to recon the scythe. Obviously, the scythe worked pretty good. I ran it all last year. But I think I find a little comfortability, however you say that word, in the recon, and I wanted to experiment with the 270, the newer package, power-wise and all that. So anyway, we're going to go down to AMS, do some testing tonight, and see how that goes, but you're here for this. You're over-prepping tires. This is a... I don't know if it's not a well-known thing, but, you know, like I've said before, some people coming into this sport are just like, hey, man, if prepping tires is good, what if I just, you know, like put 20 coats on, 30 coats of this prep? There can be a couple different effects and a couple different reasons why this might be too much. Okay, first things first, there are two different ways you can over prep. Well, there's two different effects of prep in general. Your prep can either drop durometer, and when you drop durometer, that the tread being soft can gain too much bite on the track that you're running, or if the prep is designed just to add bite but not drop durometer, say with something like a black sand, that type of prep is designed not to drop the durometer, but add components of oil and whatever it is into the tread that actually gain traction. Both of these basically have the same effect on your cart, which is bogging your cart in the corner. So whether you're an open like me, and I'm speaking from experience because this actually happened to me 2 weeks ago, or you're a predator or clone or whatever, you do not want to kill your corner speed. Corner speed is king. You know, that's how I kind of started this channel. It's still relative to this day and forever will be relative. So if you over prep your tires, you're just gaining too much traction in the corner, whether that be a soft durometer or just adding too much bite to the tire. When you're rolling into the corner, you got nice free speed going down the straightaway, and you get in, and all four corners of the cart are locked down in the turn. That is going to draw your engine down. It's going to kill your speed. I mean, you would think that bite is just, you know, you want bite. You want as much traction as possible. Well, not if it locks down your cart, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You're going to hear it in your engine. You're going to feel that you're going to be slow in the turn. So, you know, it just might be something to consider, that if you're new to this, that not a ton of wipes, you know, just start off light, see if it enjoys it. And then when you're doing wipes, count your wipes, obviously, and you know when you've gone too far, when you have that sensation of too much bite in the corner. Now, I spoke a little bit about, you know, there's two different, you know, ways of doing this. Dropping durometer, obviously, if you have a harder track and you drop your durometer too low, you're going to gain a whole bunch of bite in the corner that you might not want. So you got to be very careful of that. But also, when you drop durometer, you're going to have a tendency of overheating your tire. So that soft durometer is going to build heat quicker, and towards the end of a run, it could possibly go away on you. Now, the other factor, I'm just using my hands because I talk with my hands, building bite in a tire, you may have that harder durometer, and you just want to build bite in the tire with a product like black sand from Track Tech. The same thing can happen. Even though that durometer hasn't come down, you've added that bite agent to it, so it's effectively doing the same thing as the softer durometer would do, but you're not gonna super overheat your tires. Matter of fact, you're probably going to make them bite even harder, which is kind of hard to imagine. But once you build that heat component in that tire, that bite agent is going to grab even harder. So, you know, just in general, like, don't go crazy. There is one thing when you're getting a set of tires ready for the season. So if you're rolling internal prep, if you're prepping from the outside, if you're using hot box, if you're using roller to drop your durometer, you get it down to whatever durometer you're looking for. That is one thing entirely. Well, you don't do that throughout the season. You just get it to that durometer, and then you use something like a pre-race wipe or a couple wipes of something to, bite up the tire for the night, but you don't want to go, even further down that rabbit hole. Like, you don't want a 35 durometer tire to end up at 30. That may just be too soft for that particular track. So yes, you can over prep tires, and you can over prep tires in two different ways. I felt as if I did that 2 times that I can remember. Grand Nationals, I was there. I was using black sand as I was looking across and seeing some of my competitors. They were just using black tire or blue tire wash. I'm sorry, and basically they had internal prepped and seasoned the tires before the race. I'm not great at Maxxis, so what I did was internal prep, and then when I got there, I'm just black sand because that's what I'm used to prepping pretty heavy up here up north because we're constantly looking for that bite. It was a little too much. And then rewind 2 weeks ago. Yes, I got the win, but it was due to a mechanical failure. My competitor lost a left rear hub, but he had read the track right. He had an over-prepped his tires for the feature event to whereas mine felt really, really good in the heat race to whereas I felt I was a bit faster than him. I was really getting them into the turn pretty good. It was really, who had the lead there in the heat race. So I continued to do what I did, which was I added 2-3 wipes of prep before the feature time. Well, he had come up on durometer, he had come up on air pressure, and this was an adjustment that I didn't make. So when it came feature time, I was locked down in the corner. I had over prepped my tires. I didn't read the surface correctly. He did. And, we talk with locals, which is, if you can get that information out of them, awesome. But it worked really well for him. He was about 5 to 10 points harder on his durometer, which freed his cart up enough for the feature event to whereas even with an open, there is such a thing as over prepping an open to where you lock down. You can't use that power in the corner because it takes the whole cart down. He was able to stay free, loose, and fast through the corner, and he kind of checked out on me. I could pace him after a couple laps. I was like, okay, it's just I gave up that what I thought was an advantage by over prepping. I should have never put that 2 to 3 wipes on there. I should have come all the way around. I should have come up around durometer, prepped a little lighter for the feature event, and maybe I could have matched his speed. But anyway, I thought it was an interesting topic. You often wonder what is too much. I always suggest going light. Do not go crazy. That's if you think, if you're new to prep, if you're old to prep, if it always 1, maybe 2 wipes, see how that behaves. You're going to race another day. It's not the last race of forever. See what it does to your tires. That's the only way you learn. You experiment. Oh, this is too far. I got to come back a little bit. Now I know for the track that, I raced on that the durometer was far too low. I know not to do that next time. The only way to learn is experience, in my opinion. So there you go, guys. I thought it was an interesting topic for y'all, especially new people that think, oh, well, if a little prep's good, then a lot of prep's even better. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you do not want to lock your cart down because all bite is not good bite. I'd rather drive a freer cart than a lockdown cart for certain, and I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. So thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.